You absolutely must see this before August 21st. Do not ignore this message. I am speaking to you directly, right now, because a 3-day window is opening that has the power to completely rewrite your soul's contract on this planet. And the vast majority of people will sleepwalk right through it, completely unaware of the cosmic opportunity they are missing. What is coming between August 21st and August 23rd, 2025, is not just another new moon. This is an orchestrated energetic event, a sovereignty gateway, and the universe is giving you a very specific, very direct instruction on how to navigate it. You must be alone. I'm going to lay out the 7 critical reasons why isolation during this period is not a suggestion but a spiritual necessity. Your future self is begging you to listen to this. Before we dive into the quantum mechanics of this powerful celestial alignment, I need you to do 3 things immediately to anchor yourself into this frequency. First, like this video to signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Second, subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss the urgent updates that will follow. And third, type 1111 in the comments right now to claim your place in this alignment and open your channel to the incoming codes. Do it now. Let's be clear. The feeling has already started, hasn't it? A deep, unshakable restlessness in your spirit. A sense that the life you have been living is suddenly feeling too small. The conversations feel hollow. The daily routines feel like a cage, and there's a quiet but persistent hum beneath the surface of everything. A frequency that is calling you away from the noise and deeper into yourself. This is not anxiety. This is not depression. This is your soul's antenna picking up the signal of the incoming Leo new moon, a celestial event amplified by its position in the powerful ancient nakshatra of Meghar. This alignment is designed to do one thing: restore you to your throne, your personal, energetic, spiritual throne. But you cannot claim a throne while you are distracted by the court. You cannot hear the whispers of your own divine authority while you are listening to the opinions and absorbing the energies of others. This 3-day period of sacred solitude is your coronation. And the first reason you must be alone is perhaps the most critical of all. The first reason: you are scheduled to receive a direct, energetic download of your next soul blueprint, and any external energy will corrupt the data stream. Imagine your energetic body, your aura, is a highly sensitive satellite dish. For months, perhaps even years, you have been pointing this dish towards the heavens, asking for clarity, asking for purpose, asking for your next mission. The universe has heard you. Between August 21st and 23rd, the cosmic central server is beaming a massive file directly to you. This file contains the light codes, the sacred geometry, and the timeline probabilities for the next chapter of your life. It holds the answer to that question you've been afraid to even ask. It contains the solution to the problem that feels insurmountable. It holds the energetic key to unlocking the abundance, the love, and the creative power you know you are meant to embody. This is a pure, unadulterated stream of quantum information from your higher self and source consciousness. Now, imagine trying to download a critical life-altering software update on a public, unsecured Wi-Fi network. The connection is slow, it's filled with viruses, and the final download is fragmented and corrupt. That is what happens when you are around other people during this potent, energetic transfer. Every person, no matter how much you love them, is broadcasting their own frequency, their fears, their doubts, their needs, their judgments. This creates immense static in the field. Your satellite dish gets bombarded with conflicting signals, and the pure download you are meant to receive gets distorted, scrambled, or blocked entirely. Solitude is the act of creating a secure, private, high-speed connection directly to the divine. You must give the universe a clean channel to deliver your upgrade. This is not about being antisocial. This is about sacred system maintenance. The tingling you might feel at your crown, the buzzing in your hands and feet, the sudden flashes of insight that feel like they come from nowhere. These are the first packets of data beginning to arrive. Do not allow anyone else's energy to interrupt this transmission. The second reason you must isolate yourself is for the great severing of karmic cords. This new moon in the Meghar nakshatra carries a rare and potent spiritual medicine. Meghar is ruled by the ancestors and by the shadow planet Ketu, the celestial body known as the cosmic surgeon. Ketu represents the dragon's tail. It is the force that severs, that cuts away, that finalizes and releases us from the past so we can move into the future. During this 3-day window, Ketu's energy will be surgically precise, moving through your energetic field to identify and dissolve karmic cords that have kept you tethered to old timelines, painful relationships, ancestral patterns, and limiting beliefs. These cords are not just memories, they are active, energetic tethers that drain your life force and keep you looping in cycles of suffering and stagnation. The cord to the ex you still think about, the cord to the parent whose approval you still crave, the cord to the version of yourself that failed and carries shame, all of these are up for review. The severing process is incredibly delicate. It is a quantum disentanglement. When you are in the presence of others, you inadvertently reinforce these very cords. A simple conversation can reactivate an old pattern. Someone's well-meaning advice can feed the very belief system you are trying to release. Their presence can anchor you to the collective timeline, just as the divine surgeon is trying to lift you into a new sovereign one. Being alone creates a sterile, energetic environment for this profound spiritual surgery to take place. You may feel sudden waves of emotion, grief, anger, sadness, followed by an inexplicable sense of peace and lightness. This is the sign of a successful severing. It's the feeling of a heavy chain finally falling away from your ankle. You may suddenly feel complete indifference towards a situation that used to trigger you immensely. That is Ketu's gift. Do not risk reinfecting the wound by being around others. Allow the severing to be clean, complete, and final. You are being set free, but you must cooperate by creating the sacred space for this liberation to occur. If you feel this resonance in your soul, if you can already feel the chains beginning to loosen, comment "I am so verin" below to anchor this frequency into your being and declare your readiness to be free. This process of karmic release is not an intellectual one. You cannot think your way through it. It happens at a deep, cellular, subconscious level, which is why your environment is so paramount. Think of it like a deep-sea diver ascending to the surface. They must do so slowly, carefully, allowing their body to decompress at various stages. Rushing the process or being jostled around can be dangerous. Similarly, this new moon is bringing your deepest subconscious patterns up to the surface to be released. This is your decompression phase. The presence of other people, their conversations, their demands, their energy, is like being violently shaken during this delicate ascent. It forces you to stay in your conscious thinking, ego mind, the very mind that created and perpetuates these karmic loops. Solitude allows you to sink into your subconscious, into the dream state, into the quiet observation of your own inner world. This is where the real work is done. You might find yourself wanting to sleep more than usual, or you might be drawn to simply stare out a window for an hour, doing nothing. This is not laziness. This is your soul performing the intricate work of disentanglement. You are processing lifetimes of energetic baggage. Grant yourself the grace and the silence to complete this monumental task. The freedom that awaits you on the other side of this 3-day window is a freedom you have only ever dreamed of. It is the freedom of a clean slate, a zero-point field of pure potential. This is the promise of the Maga new moon, but it is a promise that can only be fulfilled in the sacred temple of your own solitude. The third reason you must be completely alone during this sovereignty gateway, and this is a profound one, is to finally, once and for all, be able to distinguish the voice of your soul from the cacophony of the collective ego. For your entire life, you have been conditioned to listen outward. You listen to your parents, your teachers, your partners, your bosses, the news, social media. You have been trained to seek validation, permission, and direction from external sources. The result is a deafening internal noise. The voice of your mother's fear, the voice of your father's disappointment, the voice of societal expectation, the voice of your own conditioned ego crying out for safety and conformity. All of these voices are screaming inside your mind, all day, every day. But underneath them all, there is another voice. It is quiet. It is still. It is a whisper, a feeling, a deep resonant knowing in the very core of your being. This is the voice of your higher self, your eternal soul. It is the only voice that knows your true path. It is the only voice that can lead you to your authentic destiny. During the August 21st to 23rd window, the veil between your conscious mind and your soul's wisdom becomes incredibly thin. The volume of that inner voice will be turned up, but it will still be a whisper compared to the roar of the conditioned mind. Being around other people during this time is like trying to hear a secret whispered to you from across the room at a deafening rock concert. It is impossible. Every interaction, every conversation, every text message you receive is another instrument added to the noise. Someone else's anxiety about their finances injects a frequency of lack into your field. Someone's casual complaint about their relationship reinforces the collective belief in struggle and compromise. Their unhealed trauma vibrates at a low frequency that pulls your own vibration down. You cannot rise into the clarity of your soul's purpose while you are swimming in the soup of collective consciousness. Solitude is the act of walking out of the rock concert and into a silent sacred cathedral. In that silence, for the first time in a long time, you will begin to hear. The guidance will not be logical. It will not make sense to your ego mind. It might be a sudden, undeniable urge to paint, to write, to book a flight, to end a relationship, to forgive someone you swore you'd never forgive. It might be a single word that drops into your mind. Move, stay, begin, release. This is your divine GPS giving you your next turn. These instructions are the seeds of your new reality, the one your soul has been trying to guide you toward for years. But they are delicate. They need silence to be heard and courage to be followed. If you ignore this call for solitude, you risk spending another year, another decade, listening to the wrong voices, following the wrong map, and wondering why you feel so lost. This is your chance to finally hear the truth. The fourth reason for this essential isolation is a physical one. And you must not underestimate its importance. Your body is undergoing a massive biological upgrade, and it requires absolute rest to integrate the new crystalline frequency. Let me be very clear, the spiritual is the physical. As the frequency of the planet continues to rise, our very DNA is being activated and restructured. We are in a slow, gradual process of shifting from a dense carbon-based biological structure to a lighter, more refined, crystalline-based light body. This is not science fiction, this is quantum biology. The Leo new moon in Maga is a supercharged, energetic catalyst for this process. It will flood your system with high-frequency gamma rays and photonic light, designed to purge dense, heavy energy from your cellular memory and activate dormant strands of your DNA. This process is physically demanding. It is the equivalent of upgrading your body's entire operating system while the machine is still running. The symptoms of this upgrade, often called ascension symptoms, are already being felt by many of you. Overwhelming fatigue that sleep doesn't seem to touch, aches and pains in your joints and muscles that have no medical explanation, ringing in the ears or hearing strange frequencies, a feeling of dizziness or being ungrounded, heart palpitations or a fluttering in your chest, sudden dietary changes where you can no longer tolerate heavy foods, an intense thirst for pure water. These are not signs that you are sick, these are signs that your body is transforming at a cellular level. It is purging old trauma, old programming, and physical toxins to make space for more light. Now imagine a caterpillar in its chrysalis. Inside that protective shell, it is dissolving into a kind of genetic soup before it can reform itself into a butterfly. It is an intensely vulnerable, all-consuming process that requires total stillness and isolation. If you were to tear open the chrysalis to check on its progress, you would kill it. Between August 21st and 23rd, you are in your chrysalis. Your body is doing the sacred, messy work of dissolving the old you to make way for the new. Being out in the world, going to work, running errands, engaging in stressful conversations, this is the equivalent of tearing open your own chrysalis. It puts an immense strain on your physical body and your nervous system, which is being completely rewired. It disrupts the delicate process of cellular transmutation. You risk short-circuiting the upgrade, causing the integration process to be painful and prolonged. or even leading to physical illness as your body struggles to cope with the energetic overload. Your only job during these 3 days is to honor your physical vessel, rest, sleep as much as you need to, drink copious amounts of purified water to help your cells flush out the old and conduct the new energies, eat light, high vibrational foods if you are hungry at all, take gentle walks in nature if you feel called to, but avoid crowded places. Treat your body like a sacred temple that is undergoing a holy renovation. You are becoming a vessel capable of holding a fifth-dimensional consciousness. This is a biological miracle. Do not interfere with it. Your solitude is a profound act of self-love and respect for the miraculous journey your body is undertaking. If you are feeling these physical shifts, and you recognize the truth in this, take a moment to honor your body. Place a hand on your heart and type in the comments below. "I'm body is a temple of light." Claim this truth and give your physical self the permission it needs to rest, recalibrate, and transform. This recalibration extends deep into your emotional and mental bodies as well. The fifth reason for sacred solitude is to allow for the complete processing and release of stored emotional trauma without projection or suppression. The energies of this new moon, particularly with its connection to the ancestral realm through Megar, are designed to act like a cosmic magnet, pulling deeply buried emotions to the surface. Grief from childhood that you thought you had dealt with, anger from a past betrayal that has been simmering in your subconscious, fear that was passed down through your ancestral lineage for generations. These are not just feelings, they are dense energetic signatures stored in your cellular memory and your emotional body. They are the root cause of the self-sabotage, the limiting beliefs, and the recurring negative patterns in your life. The universe, in its infinite love, is giving you a powerful opportunity to purge them for good. But this emotional purge can be intense and unpredictable. You may find yourself suddenly crying without knowing why. You may feel waves of rage or deep, existential sadness. This is the poison leaving your system. It is a healing crisis. Now, if you are around other people when this happens, what is your first instinct? To suppress it, to put on a brave face, to explain it away, to apologize for being emotional, or even worse, you might unconsciously project it onto them, starting an argument or a conflict as a way to release the pressure building inside of you. This is how emotional trauma gets recycled, not released. It gets projected onto another, who then absorbs it or reflects it back, creating a toxic energetic loop that keeps the trauma alive. Solitude creates a safe and sacred container for your emotional body to fully release what it needs to release. It gives you permission to feel without judgment. You can cry, scream into a pillow, beat your fists on your bed, dance wildly, or simply sit in stillness and allow the waves of feeling to wash through you. When you allow an emotion to be fully felt and expressed in a safe space, without attaching a story to it or projecting it onto another, it moves through you and dissolves. It is transmuted back into neutral life force energy. This is the true meaning of healing. During these 3 days, if an emotion arises, your only task is to honor it. Greet it like an old friend who has come to say a final goodbye. Thank it for the lessons it taught you, and then let it go. This is a profound act of self-parenting, of giving your inner child the unconditional acceptance it never received. You are cleaning out the basement of your soul. This cannot be done with guests in the house. This is a deep personal and sacred process that requires your undivided compassionate presence with yourself and yourself alone. The sixth reason you must embrace this sacred period of isolation is one that speaks directly to your power as a conscious creator. This is about manifestation, but on a level that most have never dared to access. You are being given a 3-day window to plant the seeds of your next reality in the most fertile energetic soil imaginable, and the presence of a single other person can contaminate the entire field. Every new moon is a time for setting intentions, for planting seeds, but this is not your ordinary garden variety new moon. The alignment with the Megha Nakshatra, the seat of ancestral power and personal sovereignty, amplifies your creative potential 1,000-fold. This is not about writing a simple wish list to the universe. This is about stepping into the role of the sovereign architect of your own life and laying down the foundational blueprint for the empire of your soul. This requires you to enter the sacred void, the zero-point field of pure, unmanifest potential. This void is the womb of creation. It is the silent, empty space from which all things are born. To access it, you must first quiet the external world, and then you must quiet your internal world. Being alone is the first non-negotiable step. When you are with others, you are unconsciously entangled in their manifestation matrix. Their desires, their fears, their limitations, their beliefs about what is possible, become entangled with your own. Imagine you are a master painter, and the universe has given you a pristine blank canvas and a palette of divine colors. This is your chance to paint the masterpiece of your new life. Now imagine trying to do this in a crowded room where everyone is bumping into you, offering their opinions, and accidentally smudging your canvas with their own dirty paintbrushes. Their well-meaning suggestion of "oh, you should paint a sensible little house" pollutes your grand vision of a celestial palace. Their fear of "what if you run out of blue paint" introduces the frequency of lack into your creative process. Their belief that only famous artists can create masterpieces infects your field with doubt. You cannot create a pure sovereign reality from a field contaminated by the collective. Solitude is the act of clearing the room, locking the door, and standing alone before your sacred canvas. In that silence, you can finally connect to the undiluted vision of your soul. What does your soul truly desire to create? Not what your partner wants for you, not what your parents expect of you, not what society deems successful. What is the deep resonant truth of your own creative impulse? During these 3 days of isolation, your intentions will not be mere thoughts, they will be potent vibrational signatures that are imprinted directly onto the quantum field. The energy is so pure, so direct, that whatever you focus on will begin to crystallize into form with unprecedented speed. This is why the danger of being around others is so acute. A casual negative conversation can accidentally plant a seed of lack that will sprout into financial difficulty. A moment spent absorbing someone else's relationship drama can inadvertently seed a reality of romantic conflict for yourself. You are that powerful right now. Your focus is a laser beam, and the quantum field is the raw material. You must be impeccably mindful of where you point that laser. This is the time to dream bigger than you have ever allowed yourself to dream before. In your solitude, you can connect with the royal, expansive, heart-centered energy of Leo. Leo is the king, the queen, the divine child, the radiant sun. It knows no limitation. It knows its own divine worth and its inherent right to create joy, abundance, and love. This new moon is calling you to embody that archetype, to sit on your throne, alone in your energetic castle, and decree the laws of your new kingdom. What will you decree? Unshakable health, profound, soul-level love, creative projects that set the world on fire, a legacy of service and light. You cannot do this work while playing a small relational role in someone else's story. You must be the absolute protagonist of your own. This solitude is your coronation. It is the moment you stop asking for permission and start issuing divine decrees. The universe is not waiting for you to ask nicely. It is waiting for you to command, from a place of pure, heart-centered alignment. That level of clarity and authority can only be found in the profound silence of being utterly and completely alone. Before we dive in, quick heads up, I've just released a members-only guide for the 23rd of August new moon. It's the most powerful step-by-step I've ever shared, the 12-step ritual, the exact 2-page intention grid, and a day-by-day action map so you can ride the lunar energy without guessing. The link to watch is pinned in the top comment and in the video description. Do not miss this one. The new moon window is short, and this can truly change the next 30 days for you. I'll see you in that life-changing video soon. Take a deep breath and connect with that sovereign creator within you. Feel the power that resides in your heart center, the power of 1,000 suns. This is your birthright. To fully claim this power and signal to the universe that you are ready to build your new world, type in the comments right now, with all the intention you can muster. I am the architect of my reality. Feel the truth of those words vibrate through every cell of your being. This leads us to the 7th and final reason, which is arguably the most esoteric and life-altering of them all. You must be alone to consciously choose and execute a quantum jump to a higher timeline. What we perceive as a single, linear reality is, from a higher perspective, a complex tapestry of infinite, parallel timelines, each vibrating at a slightly different frequency. Every choice you make, every thought you think, every emotion you feel, anchors you to a specific timeline. You are currently living out a timeline based on the sum total of your past programming, beliefs, and choices. For many of you, this timeline has become restrictive. It is a timeline of struggle, of limitation, of not enough, of repeating the same painful patterns over and over again. You feel stuck because you are energetically anchored to a frequency that can only produce more of the same. The new moon window from August 21st to 23rd is not just a point in time, it is a cosmic intersection, a nexus point where multiple timelines converge. It is a rare energetic gateway where the walls between these parallel realities become extraordinarily thin, allowing for a conscious, deliberate shift from one to another. This is the very definition of a quantum leap. It is not about slowly, incrementally changing your life. It is about making a radical, instantaneous leap to an entirely new reality that is already coexisting with this one. But there is a critical condition for this jump. You must become vibrationally unentangled from your current timeline before you can leap to a new one. This is where solitude becomes absolutely non-negotiable. Every person in your life is an energetic anchor holding you in your current consensus reality. Your interactions with your family, your friends, your colleagues, all serve to reinforce the story of who you are now. They see you as the person you have been, and their perception of you constantly broadcasts a frequency that locks you into that identity and that corresponding timeline. Talking to your friend about your money problems reinforces the timeline of lack. Commiserating with a coworker about your unfulfilling job solidifies the timeline of struggle. Even loving interactions can tether you, as they are based on the shared agreements and dynamics of your current reality. To make a quantum jump, you must first float free. You must disconnect, energetically, from everyone and everything that defines you in your current reality. Solitude is the act of cutting the energetic anchor ropes. In that state of pure sovereign isolation, you cease to be the you that everyone else knows. You become a point of pure potential, a being of consciousness, untethered from any single outcome. You become a quantum observer, standing at the grand intersection of timelines. From this detached, neutral state, you can then use the immense creative power of this new moon to consciously choose your destination. You can feel into the frequency of the timeline you wish to embody, the timeline where you are vibrantly healthy, wildly abundant, deeply in love, and creatively fulfilled. You hold that frequency in your heart, you feel the emotions of that reality, as if it is already true, and you make a clear, unwavering choice to align with it. This is the mechanism of the leap, but you cannot do it while holding on to someone else's hand. You cannot do it while being pulled back by the energetic weight of other people's perceptions and expectations. This is a solo flight. It is the ultimate journey of the self, by the self, for the self. You are shedding your old skin, your old story, your old world. And like the phoenix, you must enter the fire of transformation alone before you can be reborn into a new and glorious existence. The people in your life who are meant to be on your new timeline will find their way there, but you must make the jump for yourself first. You are the pioneer. You are the way shower for your own soul. This 3-day window is your launch pad. Do not miss your moment of ascension. Reminder: new moons don't wait. If you're resonating with what we're talking about, the deeper, members-only new moon ritual video for the 23rd of August is already live. Inside, I walk with you through the breathwork, visualization, and action planning that I don't share here. The watch link is pinned in the top comment and in the description. Join now so you can prepare before the new moon hits. I'll see you there, and you'll thank yourself for not waiting. So now you understand the 7 sacred reasons. You feel the profound, undeniable truth of this calling in your bones. This is not just information, it is an activation. The simple act of receiving this message has already begun to shift your frequency and prepare you for what is to come. But the question that now hangs in the air, vibrating with both excitement and trepidation, is how? How do you practically and spiritually prepare for and navigate these 3 pivotal days? The universe does not present an initiation without providing the tools to pass through it. This is your guide, your spiritual protocol, for the great solitude of August 21st to 23rd. Listen with your heart, for your soul already knows these steps. First, the preparation phase, which begins now. Do not wait until August 20th to begin. The energetic tide is already rising. Your first task is to create the sacred container. This begins with communication. You must inform the key people in your life, your partner, your family, your close friends, that you will be unavailable during this period. Do not frame this as a whim or an apology. Frame it as what it is, a deep personal and non-negotiable spiritual retreat. You can say, I am taking a few days for a personal meditation and reflection retreat. I will be completely offline and unavailable from the evening of the 20th until the morning of the 24th. I need this time for my own well-being, and I will connect with you when I return. Speak with quiet authority and love. Do not over-explain or justify. Those who are meant to be in your new reality will respect your sovereign need for space, even if they do not understand it. Your second task is to prepare your physical temple. Your home is not just a building, it is an extension of your energy field. Between now and August 21st, you must perform a deep physical and energetic cleansing. Declutter ruthlessly. Get rid of anything that holds the energy of the past you are leaving behind. Old letters, gifts from past relationships, clothes that represent a version of you that no longer exists. Then perform an energetic clearing. Open all the windows. Burn white sage, Palo Santo, or frankincense resin, moving counterclockwise through every room to banish old energy, and then clockwise to invoke the new sacred intention of solitude and transformation. Sprinkle sea salt in the corners of your home to absorb negativity. This is not superstition, this is advanced energetic hygiene. You are preparing a sterile operating room for the surgery your soul is about to undergo. Finally, prepare your physical body. Begin to lighten your diet, reduce or eliminate heavy meats, processed foods, sugar, and alcohol. These substances create density in your physical and energetic bodies, making it harder to receive and integrate the high-frequency light codes. Increase your intake of pure filtered water. Hydration is critical for this electrical upgrade. And most importantly, create a plan for a full digital detox. Inform your workplace if you can. Set up an autoresponder on your email, your phone, your computer, your television. These are portals to the collective matrix. You must unplug completely. The fate of your new timeline depends on it. Now, for the sacred practice during the 3 days themselves. When you wake on the morning of August 21st, your first action must not be to reach for your phone. Before your feet touch the floor, place a hand on your heart and state your intention aloud to the universe. Something simple and powerful. I dedicate these 3 days to my highest healing, my deepest truth, and my most authentic becoming. I am open to receive. I am ready to release. I am here. For the next 72 hours, your only schedule is the schedule of your soul. Your primary practice is not doing, but being. Have a journal and pen ready. This is your most crucial tool. Use it not to document your day, but to commune with your soul. When a thought, a memory, or an emotion arises, write it down without judgment. Ask your soul questions on the page. What is this feeling here to teach me? What cord is ready to be cut? What is the deepest desire of my heart? The answers will flow through your pen before your mind can even process them. Practice silence. Do not fill the space with music or podcasts. The silence is not empty, it is pregnant with cosmic information. In the silence, you will hear the whisper of your soul. You will begin to notice the subtle energetic shifts in your body and in the room around you. This is you attuning to the quantum field. When you feel waves of fatigue, sleep, your dream state will be a primary vehicle for processing and receiving information. Keep your journal by your bed and write down everything you remember upon waking. No matter how strange, dreams are the symbolic language of your subconscious. When you feel restless, move your body gently. stretch, do some light yoga, walk barefoot on the earth if you can. This will help you ground the intense cosmic energies that are flooding your system. And when the difficult emotions come, the grief, the anger, the fear, the crushing loneliness, do not run, do not distract yourself. This is the moment of initiation. Breathe into the feeling, welcome it, ask it what it needs. Allow yourself to sob, to tremble, to roar into a pillow. This is the poison leaving. By meeting these shadow aspects of yourself with unconditional love and presence, you are integrating them, healing them, and reclaiming the immense power they have held hostage. On the peak of the new moon, on the night of August 22nd, you will perform your timeline jump ritual. This must be done in complete solitude. Light a single white candle. Take 2 pieces of paper. On the first piece of paper, write down everything you are choosing to release and leave behind on your old timeline. Write down the limiting beliefs, the fears, the karmic patterns, the relationships, the identities. Fill the page with everything that has kept you small and stuck. Read it aloud one final time, and thank it for the lessons. Then safely burn this paper in a fireproof bowl. As you watch it turn to ash, feel the energetic chords to that reality dissolving completely. You are now in the void. Next, take the second piece of paper. At the top, write, "My new reality. I decree and embody." Now, write down, in the present tense, the blueprint for the new timeline you are choosing. Do not write "I want" or "I wish." Write "I am." I am vibrantly healthy and my body is a vessel of light. I am living in a state of profound joy and financial abundance. I am in a sacred loving partnership built on truth and respect. I am a successful creator, sharing my gifts with the world. Write from your heart, with the royal authority of the Leo sun. Feel the emotion of this reality as you write. When you are finished, anoint the paper with a drop of essential oil, if you have one, or even a drop of your own saliva to seal it with your DNA. Fold it and place it on your heart. Read it aloud, not as a request, but as a declaration of what is now true. Close your eyes and spend at least 11 minutes visualizing this reality, feeling it in every cell of your being. This is your command to the quantum field. This is your jump. Keep this paper somewhere sacred. Your work is done. I know that for some of you, this call for complete solitude feels impossible. Your ego mind is already screaming its objections. I have children. I have to work. I will be too lonely. I am afraid of what will come up. Listen to me. These are the very programs the universe is trying to help you transcend. If you have children, or unavoidable obligations, you must claim your solitude in sacred pockets of time. Wake up 2 hours before anyone else. Go to bed 2 hours later. Use your lunch break to sit alone in your car or in a park. Forgo all social media, all television, all unnecessary conversation. The universe honors intention above all else. Claiming even 1 hour of pure intentional solitude is more powerful than spending 3 days alone while wishing you were somewhere else. And the fear of being alone, that is the core wound. It is the ego's terror of its own dissolution. It is the illusion of separation crying out. Walking into that fear is the final gateway. The universe is holding you. Your higher self is with you. In that aloneness, you will discover that you are not alone at all. You will find the entire cosmos residing within you. This is the ultimate gift of this sovereignty gateway. As you re-emerge on the morning of August 24th, do so gently. The world will look the same, but you will be fundamentally different. Your frequency will have shifted so dramatically that your old reality may feel jarring, like a song played out of tune. Be patient with yourself. Do not rush back into the noise. For the next week, observe. Notice the synchronicities. A song on the radio with the exact message you need. A chance encounter with someone who holds a key for you. An opportunity that appears out of nowhere. This is the new, higher timeline beginning to materialize around you. Your only job is to trust the breadcrumbs and follow the path of ease and joy. You have been reborn. The choice is now yours. You can hear this message, feel its truth, and then allow the noise of the world to pull you back into complacency. You can let this sacred window pass and remain anchored to the timeline of predictable struggle, forever wondering what might have been. Or you can answer the call. You can claim your sovereignty. You can walk into the sacred fire of solitude and emerge as the radiant, powerful, creator being you were always born to be. This is more than a new moon. This is your soul's exit ramp from the highway of karma and your grand entrance onto the celestial path of destiny. The door is open for 3 days. The throne is empty. It is waiting for you. All right, before you click away, remember the 23rd of August members only ritual is waiting for you. 1 core intention, 2 supporting ones, a 29-day map, all broken down step by step for real results. The link to watch is pinned in the first comment and in the description. Go hit it now, and let's meet in that life-changing video. If this message has found you, it is because your soul is ready. This is your confirmation. Do not doubt the call. Honor it. Share this message with one other person you know is on this path, one other soul who needs to hear this urgent call. And now, for the final time, subscribe to this channel for the continued guidance you will need as you navigate your new reality. The journey has just begun. The universe is watching. What will you choose?